What's up, everybody? It is your boy Tim, back with another video, and I wanted to start today's video off with a little story. A little story time, okay? Probably this story takes place about three and a half years ago, and I had a very loyal subscriber who really wanted to talk with me on the phone. She said, Tim, is there any way, and she'd asked me this many times, Tim, I watch your content. I really appreciate it. Is there any way we could talk on the phone? And I was kind of at the end of a seasonal job when she first started asking, and phone signal wasn't that good out there, and I was busy. I was leaving the job. I was kind of busy figuring out my plans. Ended up actually I didn't get a chance to talk to her on the phone until I was down in Mexico. I'll never forget, I was staying at the Comfort Inn in Puerto Vallarta. And for some reason, my cell phone worked better in Mexico than it did in the mountains of Colorado. Anyway, finally got a chance to talk with her. And the first thing she said was, she's like, Tim, I want to pick your brain. And I want to ask you, how do you take that first step? She's like, I got ideas. I got, things I want to do. How do I take that leap? How do I do it? Now, keep in mind, before you hear my answer, this was 3.5 years ago. Your boy was not as far on his life/YouTube journey as he is now. Learned a lot over the past few years. So when she was like, how do I do it? I was like, honestly, I think the answer is you just do it. And she was like, Tim, I did not spend all these months trying to get in touch with you. I think she'd even offered to throw me a few dollars. She's like, I didn't spend all these months, trying to get in touch with you, offer to pay you. And the advice you give me when I finally get in touch with you is to just do it. She's like, I'm asking you how to do it. And so we went on and had a lengthy conversation after that. And I think I did a little better, but she still was not happy when she got off the phone. And I don't think she sent me that cash, which I don't blame her. But the reason I tell that story is to say that one of the biggest questions people have when it comes to living your dream life, going after your major goals and life dreams, is how to take that leap. Everybody has ideas. We all have things we want to do. We all have those dreams that have been nagging us for the past 12 years that just keep coming back. And we all want to do them. But a lot of us get stuck at there. It's like, I really want to do that. But we never take that leap and actually start doing it. And I think all this other motivation stuff is pointless if you don't actually take it and use it and do what you want to do. Yeah, you can get fired up and ready to go, and yes, goals, dreams, dream life, create your unique life, yes. But if you never start doing any of that, what's the point? So I think we have to have a conversation about taking the leap, about doing it. Dreaming is great. I love dreaming. I love dreamers. But eventually, there needs to be some action taken, or all you're going to be doing is dreaming. First thing I want to say is there's good news and bad news, okay, about taking the leap. Good news and bad news. The good news is, actually, no. We'll get to the bad news first. Let's start with the bad news. Let's get the bad news out the way. I'm the crown prince of positivity. Let's get the bad out the way. The bad news is there's never going to be the perfect time, situation, scenario for you to go after your dreams. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is you want to do. There's never going to be the perfect time. There's never going to be a time when there's not hurdles and obstacles and challenges. There's never going to be a time when everybody in your life thinks it's a great idea. There's always going to be something. Never going to be a perfect time. Why is this? I don't know. Part of me thinks our universe is set up this way so that it will challenge us. Because if our dreams and our goals were easy, we get bored with them. About 13 goals in, you'd be like, these are easy. Everything I think of, I do. It'd be boring. So maybe it's set up that way to challenge us, to keep us interested. I'm not sure. But the bad news is, folks, never going to be the right time. The good news is, it doesn't have to be the right time. That's the good news. Does not have to be the right time. You are a human being with free will. You can start going after your goals and dreams whenever you want to. It don't matter if your mom doesn't get it. It don't matter if your spouse doesn't get it. It doesn't matter if there's challenges, hurdles, obstacles. Doesn't matter. You can start doing it whenever you want to. And I think that's where a lot of us get stuck, is we're sitting around waiting for the perfect time. Not going to happen. In fact, I think the bigger the dream, the bigger the goal, the more the reward you're going to get when you achieve it, the worse time the worse time it is in the beginning. The harder it is going to be to do it. Something else that I found in this universe seems like the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So if you got a goal that's really risky, really big, really crazy sounding to other people, but it'll have a huge payoff for you, if it's something you really want to do and it's really going to change your life around and make you like super happy and joyful, it's going to be hard to get going. Or harder to get going than some other goals or dreams. But if you keep just sitting around dreaming, you're always going to be sitting around dreaming. You're not going to do anything. So first thing you got to realize is never going to be the perfect time. Second thing you got to realize is you don't need to have it all figured out. This is another one. Like we feel like, oh, I don't have it all figured out. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I maybe know like step 1, but I don't know steps, 2 through 27. I need to, maybe wait, maybe try to figure out, you don't have to have it all figured out. Most of the things that happen to us in life, most of the good things that happen to us in life, we had no clue that they were coming. We're doing this, we're doing that, this turned into this turned into that, voila, you meet the man of your dreams, the woman of your dreams, you get that dream job. Like most of the things that bring us the most happiness in our life, didn't plan them out all the way to the end. You start down the path, other things happen. I love my analogy of a hike. When I'm about to go on a hike and I go to a trailhead of a hike I've never been on before, I don't know where that trail is going to take me. It might take me up. It might take me back down. It might take me back up again. It might have a bunch of switchbacks. It might take me through water. It might take me through wide open pastures that are like super hot. It might be really bouldery at some places. All I know is this is the beginning of the trail. I want to hike this trail and I'm going to go wherever this trail takes me until I get to the end of it. And I'm going to enjoy it all along the way. In fact, when the trail gets the most challenging, that's when I have the most fun. It's the same when you're going after your goals and dreams. The fun part is like the journey. Or the journey is part of the fun, I should say. The fun part is definitely like when you achieve it and you're there and you're like, oh man, my dream. But the journey is part of it. Especially when you can look back and see everything you had to go through to accomplish this journey. That's great. That's a great feeling. Already feeling great because you're happy now because you're doing whatever that you've been wanting to do for years. But then you can also look back and be like, man, I had to go through hell to get here and do this. Yes. So you don't have to have it all figured out. Now, I am a big advocate of research. And this is something I say when ideals just like pop in your head. Start researching it. Start researching it. And you'll learn more about it. I say like take an hour if it's something you really think you want to do. Take an hour every day, research that goal. I promise you by the end of the month, you will know so much about that goal. You will have so much more confidence. That can help you take the leap. Research. Used to be you had to get in your car or walk down to the public library and deal with encyclopedias and indexes and all the card catalog, all this crazy stuff. Now you can just sit in your house on your cell phone. You can just sit on the toilet on your cell phone and while you're handling your other business, you can be researching your goal or dream. No excuse now not to research, folks. Research it. Get more familiar with it. The more familiar with it, the more confidence you get. And then finally, I think one of the major, and this for me is the one, the tip for taking the leap is identifying that you're just kind of done living the way you're living now. If there is something, and I personally believe that these goals or dreams that just keep popping in our head, I think they keep popping up in our heads because our subconscious mind is telling us this is something we should do that will make us happy. One of the things your subconscious mind is always focused on is your happiness. Your subconscious mind focuses on whatever you focus it on, but I think innately it's always focused on your happiness. Now me, I'm always thinking happy thoughts and trying to say happy things and stay positive. So my subconscious mind is like, oh, this Tim dude really loves being happy. Let me keep throwing him ideas about stuff that make him happy. But I think innately, our subconscious mind is always throwing ideas at us. This will make you happy. This will make you happy. And the ones that'll make us really happy, those are the ones it's been throwing at us, since 7th grade. Those are the ones you're like, you know what? I don't know why, but I think I would really like to do so-and-so. I just can't shake the feeling that if I did so-and-so, I really want to do that. That's your subconscious mind. And then if you couple that with research from your conscious mind, oh, you're really going to figure it out. But the point is, if you can get to a point where you're just done doing what you're doing now, if you're just done living the life you're living now, and that doesn't mean you have to have a bad life now. I think a lot of people are like, well, my life is good now, but if it's not the life you want, switch it up, start over, go after your dreams. It is okay to have a good life and still say, this is not the life I want, or not the life I want anymore. Sometimes the life you're living now was great 5 years ago. The life you're living now might be the dream life you came up with 10 years ago. You got it now. But you've grown. Things have changed. The world has changed. You might have sped up your, dream life calendar. There might be some things that you were thinking you might do 20 years from now, you need to do now. Or you think you kind of want to do now. The world changed. You changed. It is okay to have a good life, a decent life, and want a different one. Or want to switch things up. And it's definitely okay if you're living a life where you're like, man, this job has got to change. The city I live in has got to change. What I do on a daily basis has got to change. Or just like, I know there's something over here I want to do. I'm a creative person. I want to create art. I want to do this. If there's something just burning you up, go with that feeling. Don't push it to the side. Go with it. Go with that feeling. Keep stoking that flame until you get to the point where you can't do anything else. Go with that flame. Stoke it up. Keep feeding it. Keep doing your research. Keep talking about it. A lot of people say, don't tell other people your goals and dreams because they'll poop on them. I'm the exact opposite camp. If that's what you do, cool, do you. I'm in the exact opposite camp. I say tell everybody because that's going to motivate you. A lot of times you telling people your goal and then them pooping on it or saying it's stupid will be the main motivation you need. I'm going to show them. Y'all can stay at this job if y'all want to. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to go do this over here, start my own gig, do this thing over here. I'm going to drive by y'all one day and wave, and you can see how happy I am from the other lane with the smile on my face. I'm going to show y'all. I say tell everybody because it keeps it in your mind. It keeps you motivated. You're thinking about it. Your subconscious is putting in even more work. And you'll get to a point where it's just like, man, I got to do this. I got to do this. I can't not do it. I'm just too worked up about it. I can't keep living this old life. It's done. I think that's a major one. And then, ladies and gentlemen, like I told my friend from the beginning of the story, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. The day has to come where you're like, all right, I'm doing it. I personally like setting dates. All right, January 1st, 2022, I'm starting. I'm doing it. Taking the leap. If it's a goal that may be travel oriented or in some way involves you going somewhere, book that ticket. Book that ticket. Then you got to go because you don't want to waste that money. Do whatever you can do, like date specific. Set the date. Get started. Just do it. Every time, you get the butterflies in your stomach and you're like, oh man, but what if this happens? We've already decided. Smack yourself. Nope, not doing that. We've already decided we're on June 7th, we're going to start doing this. We're going to start going after this goal. No matter what happens on this date, I'm going to start going after this goal. And it's okay to be scared, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be fearful. The only way we can ever get over the fear and the doubt and the lack of self-confidence we may have that goes along with going after our goals and dreams is to go after our goals and dreams. You cannot sit at home doing the same things you've always been doing and one day just suddenly have this strength and power and say, I'm doing it. No. The only way to ever get that strength and power is you have to hike a few trails to get comfortable hiking. Okay? I love the hiking analogy. I use it a lot, folks. I know. You got to hike a few trails to get comfortable hiking. Anything in life, you got to do it a couple times to get comfortable doing it. So when it goes to like living your dream life, going after goals, going after dreams, you got to start going after some of them to get comfortable doing them. And in fact, anyone who constantly is leveling up in life, doing different things, continuing to create their dream life, will tell you that there's always fear. There's always uncertainty. There's always doubt. But that becomes the fun part. That becomes the fun part. Once again, when you look back, it's like, man, I was super scared to do this. I did it anyway. Yeah. The next thing comes along. You're ready to do something even bigger, even crazier. You're like, man, I'm scared to do this. But I remember last time I was scared, it all worked out. I'm going to do this too. You got to get to that point where you're just like, I'm doing it. I may not feel like I can do it. I may not feel like I'm worthy to have this great life or to have this dream come true. I may not feel like I'm smart enough, pretty enough, tall enough, whatever it is. We all have our thing. But the good news is you don't have to feel that way. You just have to do. You can do while being afraid. You can chase a dream while like being scared out of your mind. The universe doesn't say, well, you got to conquer that fear, ma'am. Then I'll let you go after it. No, you have free will. You're a human being. You can decide I'm going to do it no matter what. And then you take that leap. And then you do it. And I'm here to tell you that life can get very amazing. Even the regular days, even the regular, not even do anything too crazy days can get really good. And you can be really happy and be in a really good space when you're doing the things you want to do. When you're chasing after your dreams, when you're checking goals off your list. When you're living the life you created, not the life that society said, oh, you look like this or you come from this background, so you got to be this. No. Not the life that society says, oh, you need to live this life in order to be successful. No. When you're living the life you want to live, when you're doing the things you want to do, when you're living your dream life, you need who? I'm getting too passionate. I'm slurring my words. When you're living your unique life, life is really good. It feels really good. I'm telling you, whatever it is you're thinking about right now that you're like, man, I got to do that. Do it. Do it. Take the leap. Go for it. Do it. You don't even have to come back and thank me later. You probably will because you're a good person. I know you were raised with respect. You'll come back, thank me later. Tim, remember when you made that video in that green John Deere hoodie with that weird purple bed behind you and the orange walls? Thank you. No. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, all jokes aside, please take some time, do your research, believe in yourself. Don't let the fear stop you. Go after the things in this life that you want, because it'll be your best life ever. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later. Oh, gee. Ah. Ew, my back. Oof. That floor is hard. Oh. Whew. Oh.